With small crossover SUVs overtaking mid-size sedans as the most popular vehicle type in America, automakers are finally giving them the engineering attention they deserve. A perfect example of this recent developmental surge is the Ford Escape, which by virtue of a comprehensive mid-cycle refresh further blurs the line between mainstream and premium compact crossovers. Of course, that's if you're willing to spring for a top-of-the-line model like our test unit. If you don't, lower trims still charm with supportive front seats aided by four-way adjustable headrests, high-quality materials throughout the cabin, and a bevy of storage nooks, including these handy seat gap fillers. Rear seat occupants will be greeted with an abundance of legroom and headroom, along with the convenience of an optional household power outlet. Parents living in warmer climates should know that only SE models on up include rear air vents. Though we would appreciate the inclusion of cargo area seat releases, the rear seatbacks fold completely flat to produce a maximum carrying capacity that bridges the gap between the Kia Sportage and Mazda CX-5 and class-leading Toyota RAV4 and Honda CR-V. But like all interiors, the Escapes isn't without its faults. Besides the extendo reach to the touchscreen, which probably won't be much of a problem unless you're over 6 feet tall, our chief complaint is with the aggressively staggered pedal arrangement that, in some cases, can snag your foot behind the brake pedal. Not good. But what is good is the latest iteration of Ford's Sync 3 infotainment system that now includes Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration, as well as an intuitive layout, speedy response times, and this handy submenu that follows you through every screen. Simply put, Ford has gone from offering one of the least impressive infotainment systems to one of the most. The positive story continues on the road, where the Escape excels in a number of dynamic disciplines. It may not be as engaging as the Mazda CX-5, but it's also not some soulless econo box. Actually, if the steering didn't feel as though it was tuned by the fine folks at Logitech, the Escape would be a blast to drive. And for the 99% of prospective buyers who couldn't care less about cornering performance, the Escape's chassis and suspension tuning serves up a fine mix of comfort and confidence. The turning radius is not great, but in every other situation, the Escape feels pretty light on its feet. Apart from these meaty A-pillars, outward visibility is excellent in all directions, especially forward thanks to a raised seating position and low dash. Road and wind noise on the highway doesn't make its presence known until you're speeding, which is really easy to do with the optional 2-liter Turbo 4. The details of which include 245 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque, good for a 0 to 60 time of just under 7 seconds. These potent performance figures also afford the Escape a stout 3,500 pound towing capacity, which, for those playing the home game, bests the competition by nearly 60%. Perhaps even more impressive is that one of the segment's most powerful engines is also reasonably fuel efficient. Our real-world 22.8 mpg combined average means the Escape 2.0, together with the equally powerful Subaru Forester XT, is just as efficient as the significantly less powerful Hyundai Tucson, Nissan Rogue, and Toyota RAV4, barring the RAV4 hybrid, of course. Stepping down to the less powerful 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder brings with it a $1,300 price reduction, along with a marginal bump in fuel economy, while the sorely outdated standard 2.5-liter 4-cylinder brings up the rear as the slowest and thirstiest engine of the bunch. Every engine comes paired with a generally smooth shifting 6-speed automatic transmission. Opening at right around $24,500, including destination fees, the Escape represents one of the highest entry points into the segment. And because base models are offered only in front-wheel drive configuration, expect to pay right around $28,000 for an all-wheel drive equipped Escape before you even begin to tack on options. Adding in high-end features like rain-sensing windshield wipers, bi-xenon headlights, an automatic parking system that actually works, a panoramic moonroof, an unexpectedly crisp-sounding 10-speaker audio system by Sony, a hands-free liftgate that opens with the wave of your, or someone else's foot, plus active safety aids like lane keeping assist, Adaptive cruise control and automatic emergency braking can inflate the sticker price to an eye-popping $39,000. Then again, Ford tends to offer fairly aggressive incentives on almost all its models, meaning the actual purchase price of a fully optioned Escape will likely check in closer to $36,000. If $26,000 is as far as you'd like to go, you'll still drive away with niceties like a 10-way power driver's seat, Ford's well-rounded 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, automatic headlight control, dual-zone climate control, an electronic parking brake, a backup camera, and 7 airbags, including a driver's knee airbag. If you're not quite smitten with the Escape, what else should you consider? How about the sales-leading Toyota RAV4 and Honda CR-V for their strong residual values and stellar records for reliability? The Mazda CX-5 for its engaging driving characteristics, the Kia Sportage and Hyundai Tucson for their value-intensive packaging, or the Subaru Forester for its distinctive blend of style and safety. So, other than a few outrageous MSRPs, there aren't a lot of good reasons not to consider a Ford Escape. Yes, you can find a larger, sportier, and decidedly more affordable small SUV, but where overall appeal is concerned, the Escape is a standout.